certain criticisms. They are to be governed with certain set of rules, but they are always witnessing a certain amount of protests also. So it is a very difficult walk to walk. In book it says that it has to act in a certain manner, no deviation from given rules and given codes, and the words used are shall. But because these are political houses, these are houses of democracy, so occasionally there are reflections of loud sounds, there are scuffles, even fights have occurred in these houses. And why I have straight away come to this point, because currently we are going through a situation which will be a lot more relevant if I start from this incident alone and I explain that how things are working here. So you are living through the history today. The role of speaker is to be the custodian of everybody's right, and custodian of the Constitution, custodian of rules of procedure, custodian of the proceedings in the House. Every act which happens on the precincts of this assembly is the Speaker's concern. And then Speaker is also a custodian for those parliamentary oversights which are actually holding governments accountable. So here the spectrum gets very broader. Here the government gets answerable to the elected houses because these are the birthplaces for the executive. So it is an overlapping function, but clearly distinctive. So once we say that there are three organs, one organ is of judiciary, you all know how it works. There is one organ executive, and there is one legislature. So this trichotomy of powers arrangement is almost in every system in which elected mandates are working today. I'm not talking of monarchies, I'm not talking of dictatorships, I'm talking of democracies in any shape. So mostly it's the Montesquieu theory working, and the trichotomy of power is basic order of the day in most of the democracies around. So once we say trichotomy, so it is a very clear arrangement. Then when we say the trichotomy, so there are three organs. So judiciary, do we have any business to do with judiciary? Yes, we have. It is the question of appointments. It has been a long story. There have been different judgments. I have my point of view on that. I am critic of few judgments of the Supreme Court. Amongst one is the judgment of basic structure. I have been advocating this case since long, that nobody can be judge of their own cause. Appointments have to be made by the third party, and the removals are again, nobody could be made judge of their own cause. I've said it thrice. So the parliamentary committees have been historically there for appointment of committees, and then executive's role as far vis-a-vis to once we say that how the appointments will be made. मैं ये बात आपसे इसलिए भी ज़्यादा तफसील से करूँगा क्योंकि मुझे आपके साथ तो मेरी बातचीत जो होनी है वो होनी है, लेकिन कुछ आज मुझे आपके साथ इस बातचीत के दरमियान कुछ पोजीशन भी क्लियर करनी है जो कि आपके नेशनल मीडिया पे आज मुझे आई हैव टू शेयर माय वर्ड ऑन दैट. देखें, सवाल ये है कि स्पीकर का किरदार क्या है. क्या स्पीकर को पार्टीजन होना चाहिए? क्या स्पीकर को किसी एक की तरफदारी करनी चाहिए? क्या स्पीकर को फैसला राइट और रॉन्ग के दरमियान करना चाहिए? या शुड इट बी लेफ्ट लाइक द प्रोज ऑफ रोमी, यू से between right and wrong, there's a garden, I'll see you there. یا وہاں پہ بات کو چھوڑ دینا چاہیے. But as a matter of fact, in real politics, decisions have to be made. میرا پچھلے 4 دن سے یہ اصرار ہے اور بار بار میں شدت سے اس بات پہ اصرار کر رہا ہوں اور ایک پیرالل ڈرا کر رہا ہوں, اور میری بات کو کسی طرح سے غلط انداز میں منسوب بھی کیا جا رہا ہے تو میں اس کی وضاحت کرنا ضروری سمجھتا ہوں. دیکھیں, ایک واقعہ پیش آتا ہے اور اس کے نتیجے میں میرے پاس اس ہاؤس کے کچھ اراکین کچھ اپلیکیشنز لے کر آتے ہیں اور وہ آ کر کہتے ہیں کہ انڈر کانسٹیٹیوشنز آرٹیکل 63(2) وی آر ریزنگ دیز کوشچنز. اور سوال ہم کیا اٹھا رہے ہیں؟ سوال ہم یہ اٹھا رہے ہیں کہ آئین کی جو پاسداری کا حلف تھا, قواعد کی جو پاسداری کا حلف تھا, قانون کی جو پاسداری کا حلف تھا, وہ توڑ دیا گیا ہے. اور کیسے توڑا گیا ہے؟ ولفلی ابسٹرکٹ کر کے. اور ولفل ابسٹرکشن ایک دن کی نہیں ہے, 22 سال کی ہے. آپ اس موقع پر چیئر پہ ہیں, آپ بتائیں کہ 22